template for the sign we're going to make for our new wood shop, the Sawdust Brothers. This board's got a crack down it, so I don't even know what variety of wood it is. Got a little bow in it. But it's going to be perfect for my sign because I can cut this to length and then glue up these pieces. I'll just rip that apart and glue that together. So it's not necessarily going to have to be held for any strength, so we need to cut it to 34-inch pieces. This will make perfect for our sign. So I start the process by taking my board and cutting it to about 33 to 34-inch lengths, just enough so I can get my panels put together for the sign. I'm just going to make an edge, cut off just a sliver to get this square enough. I'll run it a couple times. Well, I'm going back to our glue up. So I'm taking the one board that had split and glued it together to start with. Took another one of the panels together and glued it as well. And then I'll end up gluing those pieces together with two more to make my full panel. So I'm working on my sign. This is my second version because the other one was a little bit too large. And what I realized is when I expanded this, my circle became an oval. So I wanted to change that. So I resized this to get it to a better size. And I have said, all right, now we got to do is make these chisels and the saw. So let me show you what I have. Looky there. Isn't that fabulous? Who would have thought you could do that with a router? Not me. I didn't do it. I took it to a laser engraver. It looks fabulous. Here's the chisel, just as fabulous. This is done kind of a laser burn in on the wood. So now I had told her the positions I wanted on the boards. Now all we have to do is do our glue up on the boards. So I have my boards positioned here, and I have a little bit of a gap here. So I'm going to have to joint this edge real quick, be able to get that to be flush. And we'll look at each one of those to see how they look. So I'm going to join my sign with some biscuits to help me align it. So I don't do biscuits all that much. So I'm going to do a couple practice runs on the back side of one of these that I know is going to be cut off at the top of the circle. So let's try that now. Guess I got to plug it in. So let's try that now. Okay. So now we proceed to the glue up of the panels. So we take all the panels with the biscuit holes cut in them. We put glue on the edges, put the biscuits in the hole, and press them together. You'll notice that I've got some blue tape on that. That's covering up the engraved part because I do not want to have the glue get into the engraved part and cover it up. Okay, in the continuing saga of making our Sawdust Brothers sign, I have a new adventure today, and that is I bought this router used. This is my first time to use it. Comes with a circle template, which is perfect, so I'm going to attempt to cut a circle and then a couple arches in here. So let's see how it goes. So in cutting a circle, I wasn't real sure whether to go left or go right. So I decided what was most comfortable and just went in that direction. because basically I'm going to cut the whole thing around in a circle. Alright, so I got my first cut all the way around. I'm doing a little vacuum here. So that's about 1/4 of an inch, and that worked out pretty good. So now I just need to lower it a little bit more. Probably 3 or 4 more passes. So onward we go. Now I've changed bits on the router, and it's a shallower cut, and I'm only cutting about 1/4 of the way around the bottom and the top, and making 2 different passes on it. So let me explain how this circle cutting jig works. So you have your router, and you put on this base that snaps in and pivots into this jig here, and it has a hole right here of which goes onto this little circle circumference right in the center of your cut. And when that seats in there like that, you just push it around and it stays in the same spot. So I had 1 full circle and 2 half circles in here to do that. And then when you finish, you just take this little guy here and just back out your screw. And there you go. Now on the outside circle, I've cut to within 1/4, maybe 3/8 inch of being all the way through. Don't want to go all the way through on my assembly table because I don't want to damage it. So what I'm going to do now is put it on my bandsaw, and I'll cut the circle out, have a little bit of lip, and I can come back with a flush cut router bit and finish it up. So I'll take my sign over to my bandsaw and just cut off the edges of it to make it easy for the next step. So here's the progress on our sawdust sign. We'll be able to make it out of wood. There we go. I got the round cut, grooves cut, the chisel and saw. Now we just got to have the letters. So to outline my letters, I took my hammer and made these little marks around the corners of the letters, and then all I did was lift it up and trace those. So I now have an outline of the letters, and I can follow those lines, so that gets the fonts defined enough to be able to write out the location of the letters. Now the trick here is slow and steady. So you'll notice that this is the 3rd item I started with after I practiced on the 2 smaller pieces, and I wanted to make sure I could feel the movement of the router and how I had to control it. And so I got a pretty good knack at it and was able to push it straight. Don't have to do it very hard, but just do it carefully with both hands. Ultimately, you can get the letters shaped in the way you want them. For this section, but since all these letters are block letters and they bottom and top at the same level, I put a stop here and I just nailed it in so I know that I can run my router base up to this edge, and that will create the dado groove at the same spot for all the letters. That'll help me get the tops and bottom, and then I just have to do the parts in the middle. So this section was very similar to the others. You just take your time. Having the stop at the top and bottom helped a lot. You wanted to make sure that you push the router all the way to the edge so all the letters began and ended in the same level. So here's the finished sign. Before I put any finish on it, it looks great. I'm pleased with the way it turned out. After a couple coats of spar urethane, it's ready to be hung outside. There you go, our Sawdust Brothers sign on our building here at the church. So if you liked our particular sign making on how to make it with routers and stuff, hey, give us a thumbs up. You want to see more of our builds? Hey, consider subscribing down below. And as usual,
come back and see me real soon.